Welcome to this month's newsletter. We're at the middle of the year already, and I was looking to see what our most read content is so far for 2024. And I was delighted to see that a blog by our founder, Tom Dakotas, is at number two, and it's about manners and why they matter and should be our first go to when we're thinking about leadership and building high performing teams. So let me get into that for a moment. We know most organizations right now are struggling with decision making and equipping their teams to make strong decisions. In fact, a recent survey by McKinsey found that only about 20% of organizations are satisfied with the decisions made by their individual contributors. So, this could be teams working together to take care of a difficult customer service situation or situations on a day to day basis, or leaders working across shifts, across departments, across locations to effectively run an area of the business or work cross functionally to drive results. So that's very concerning. We know with artificial intelligence, constantly evolving technology, that more and more is getting taken off the plate of our teams, but that it puts more focus on us making the right calls. And in order to have the decisions that are going to drive results and operational efficiency, we need to have trust. And trust hinges directly on this idea of psychological safety, that I'm accepted by my team, that I know I can take a risk, I can make a tough call on taking care of a customer and know that we can talk about it later and I might learn from it, but everything is going to be okay, that I'm going to be okay. And sometimes it's not that we are holding people to blame or punishing people for different things, but it's more that we're not emphasizing these standards of behavior. So the pleases and thank yous, the norms, welcoming others, active listening, help me understand, what you were doing at this time, or asking exploratory questions in an inclusive and encouraging way that allows us to learn as we're making decisions together. So when we look at, what's linked to trust and psychological safety, in addition to feeling comfortable taking a risk, but also feeling comfortable that I can bring up problems, that's going to be welcomed, knowing that I'm accepted by someone and welcomed by them on a day-to-day basis. So again, we're getting back to a lot of the early manners, early things that we were taught as children, which Tom goes into quite a bit in his article, which if you haven't had a chance to read it, it's linked in this video and in the email in our newsletter this month if you're reading and accessing this from there. So we have a dearth of trust, a dearth of psychological safety that's driving that trust. And one way to maybe build all of this and make fast progress is to tie it, of course, to your values. Our name is Core Virtus. It means core virtue, core values. So looking at what your values are as an organization and through training, through uh, early onboarding, through talking with your teams, set the expectations for showing gratitude for one another, showing consideration during difficult times, and practicing, zero tolerance for that, and holding people accountable for manners and showing understanding and concern just as much as you do with other operational imperatives and decisions that they make within the organization. And of course, this starts with leaders. And when we hear nearly every day about leaders, there's infinite examples from viral videos to things in the Wall Street Journal about leaders that are violating or not embracing the importance of these manners. It could even go as far as to seeking feedback when we have someone on our team, a peer, uh, direct report leader, asking us for feedback, asking us for our true input. That's a way of showing respect and protecting the dignity and ensuring the dignity of others. Your opinion matters. Your not just your opinion, but your feelings and what you're seeing in this point in time matter matters, and manners matter. And that's our takeaway for this month is to go back to basics and think about what are those things in your organization. Maybe what are some critical incidents where manners went astray, might be missing, and how could those norms that we have for behavior, for respect, for showing dignity to one another, how could those drive that psychological safety that unfortunately we're really missing right now? Uh, And that provides a sound platform, a sound foundation for us to feel safe, for us to have trust. And from there, we can go after and make strong decisions together, build stronger organizations, and just absolutely crush it as a team, and create, by extension, a stronger workforce overall that builds people up. Thank you so much for your time. It was an absolute pleasure to get to share this idea and this concept. I encourage you to check out Tom Dakotas's blog and all of our other resources. There's a lot linked below in this video as well as in our newsletter, and I look forward to catching up with you next month.